So, I'm supposed to talk about new technology. Let me, however, expand a little bit the frame to less visible activities that, however, constitute significant part of our aircraft manufacturers' activities. This is called integration. But before doing so, just a reminder. In 2008, last year, we committed on a pathway to carbon neutral growth and declared our aspiration to a carbon-free future. For aeronautic industry, it means in particular working on technologies, infrastructure, and processes that support eco-efficient aircraft operations. This morning, I heard about, some concerns, some doubts about whether aviation industry is going to meet the challenges, is going to meet its objectives, and so on and so forth. Well, first, I am convinced that yes, we'll meet our objectives. Second, last year we decided on something, and we have done so far. We have realized on some objectives, and for ourselves, aircraft manufacturers, this starts with the launch of the Clean Sky project. Clean Sky is a private-public partnership between the European Commission and a number of actors from aeronautic industry in Europe. What is it? It's to build technology demonstrators that will validate the various technologies that are developed here and there. So if we can measure our commitment to the money we're investing in this kind of project, well, you can see we're investing 1.6 billion euros, which tells a lot as long as we are only talking about R&D activities and building just a demonstrator to validate these activities. Next one is César. So César, as was said, last year we delivered the European Master Plan for Europe. This was done through 50 companies. This reached, I would say, quite huge consensus within Europe. Well, César is obviously not sufficient. We'll have to deal with also next gen in the USA because for airlines it is of utmost importance to develop on interoperability. This is why, by the way, Airbus also at the same ATTAC summit last year signed a cooperation agreement with Boeing, and I have to say that continuing on this agreement is well on track and will be developed through the ongoing development phase of the César project, which hopefully will start next month or within 1 or 2 months. They are still in the final range of signing the contracts. Here again, as in Clean Sky, Airbus has a major role because we consider that it's important for future ATM systems to better integrate between airborne and ground operations. So, let's go now a little bit to technologies in more detail. Well, our key message, I would say, is not so much about technology, but about multidisciplinary design that enables exploration of new design solutions. We Airbus continue investing in new technology, new aircraft programs, our existing fleet, but also methods of working, design methodology. If I may briefly explain, we have greatly improved our working processes, our simulation tools within the aeronautic industry, which means that take an aircraft that was designed 20 years ago, even so it would consist exactly the same technology, same materials, it will be significantly better because of better simulation integration tools. So you can imagine what will happen with better technologies for the future projects. So just to make it clear, why integration, on top of what I said, due to nonlinearities and strong interaction between components, the overall aircraft optimum is not obtained by simply summing the optimal solutions of each individual component. Do you want me to repeat? No. The design of a given component has to be directly driven by the benefits after integration. Therefore, performance is gained by moving from a component-based design to a fully integrated design. In simple terms, if you have something that gives you 4%, something that gives you 6%, do not expect that the two will give you 10. It may give less, but through additional integration, you may get more. So anyway, integration, that's the added value of aircraft manufacturer, and this is what we work. How can I move? sorry, I have 2 slides that had to be called by pushing on a button. Apparently it doesn't work. So I wanted to elaborate a little bit on 2 promising technologies, one on aerodynamics, that is laminar flow research. No, don't look, this is not on the slide. So laminar flow research that we consider will bring a lot in the next years to come. I mean, viscous and lift-induced drag are largest contributors to total drag of subsonic transports. Viscous drag reduction promises one of the largest potential for improved aircraft efficiency over the next 10, 20 years. There are several approaches to possible viscous drag reduction, for example, to reduce local skin friction by maintaining laminar flows, that means removing turbulences, via natural laminar flow, which does not really apply to our kind of aircraft, and HLFC, that means hybrid laminar flow control, that will call for incorporation of various systems below the surfaces. Then I wanted to talk a little bit about new materials. Well, you know, I mean, you've probably read books and books about new materials, advanced light and hard alloys, advanced design by structural optimization. This is more a matter of computation. Again, using the very same material, given our way of calculating, if our way of manufacturing, we can get much lighter pieces of metal or other materials. We will have smart structures in the future, structures that are able to react to the environment. Nanotechnologies are considered as well, and obviously new composite material and manufacturing processes that are very visible on the current, on the lastly certified airplane and the next generation to come. So now back to my presentation. Well, our future doesn't lie only on future technologies on aircraft such as the new A380 and forthcoming A350 or new next generation aircraft. It also lies on how to improve existing fleet and ongoing deliveries, which, by the way, represent thousands of airplanes, as has really to be considered. So in this respect, I took the A320, like other products, is in constant evolution and benefits today from continuous investments in R&D, approximately just in R&D for environment 100 million euro per year, notably recently via an aerodynamic update that brings a cruise drag reduction, allowing some savings of 80 tons CO2 per year per aircraft. It is a mix of technologies and progresses in the domain of the aircraft, but also operational procedures that will allow in the future to further reduce our impact on the environment. In this respect, we also, as I said, participate in the CESAR project and various operational improvements. Last and not least, I will not elaborate too much. I think I'm getting a little bit late. Alternative fuels. Well, our message is that Airbus is actively supporting generic synthetic fuel approval for commercial aviation. And as far as biofuel are concerned, we will pursue the second generation biofuels produced locally with integrated solutions. So I can hear that now we're talking about third generation, why not fourth generation? I mean, clearly something that has to improve in this biofuel sequence of business is that we have to agree on common definition. We have to make sure that standards are created so that we give confidence to investors that yes, it's time to invest in a market that is going to get mature. So the point will be how to speed up the maturity of this market. We, aviation, are working on it collectively. So in a conclusion, well, environment is part of our long-term and global strategy. We are serious in saying this. We are just trying to do our job the best we can. And this job is really on every front, being new technologies, being new aircraft, being existing fleet, etc. This is not arrogance on my side. It's just that, I mean, reducing our carbon footprints is fully part of our business to look for reduced fuel consumption. And we have been working for years on that, and will continue, and we will increase our efforts in that field. Thank you for your attention.